A new law signed by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State mandates agencies like the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, and other anti-graft agencies to hand over corruption cases to the state government, Sunday Punch has learnt. According to the legislation titled Lagos State Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission Law signed by Sanwo-Olu last week, a copy of which was obtained by our correspondent on Sunday, a new anti-corruption agency will have the exclusive right to investigate financial crimes and corruption cases involving the finances of Lagos State government. Section 13 of 3 of the law reads, "The Commission shall, upon the commencement of this law, take over the investigation of all anti-corruption and financial crimes cases involving the finances and assets of Lagos State government being investigated by any other agency." Section 13 of 5 also states the Commission shall have power to the exclusion of any other agency or body to investigate and coordinate the investigation of corruption and financial crimes cases, including the finances and assets of the state government. Currently, 3 former Lagos governors, Bola Tinubu, Babatunde Fashola, and Akiwumi Ambode, are said to be under investigation by the Efcc. The anti-graft agency is also investigating the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, who helped facilitate the passage of the law. The EFCC had in November last year written a letter to the Code of Conduct Bureau asking it to make available the asset declaration forms of Tinubu and Fashola as part of a wider probe. However, the details of Fashola's probe have never been revealed. The Commission is also looking into petitions that Tinubu allegedly enriched himself by using a tax consultancy firm, Alpha Beta, to divert Lagos funds and commit tax evasion to the tune of 100 billion naira. The former governor was also reported to the EFCC for transporting cash-laden bullion vans to his home on the eve of the 2019 presidential election. Similarly, the anti-graft agency in the 2019 commenced probing Ambode for alleged 9.9 billion naira fraud. Obasa, also grilled by the EFCC in October 2020, while his accounts were frozen by a court, he is accused of mismanaging public funds, running into hundreds of millions of naira. While the Lagos Speaker denied most of the allegations, he admitted that 80 million naira as Esther Code was approved for the training of wives of 20 lawmakers in Dubai. We learned that the EFCC had also written to the Lagos Inland Revenue Service demanding information that could aid its investigation of its former chairman, Babatunde Fowler. With the new law, however, the LIRS would have to hand over such information to the new Lagos State Anti-Graft Agency, which has exclusive right to probe government finances. However, the new law, which will ensure the creation of a Lagos State Anti-Corruption Agency, mandates that all agencies investigating the finances of the state to hand over the cases to the state government. According to the law, the Commission shall have the power to investigate any person or administrative action taken by any ministry, department, agency, or parastatal of the state government or any local government. The new anti-graft agency shall investigate any offense under the criminal law of the state in relation to corruption and financial crimes, abuse of office, offenses relating to administration of justice, obtaining by false pretense, cybercrime, fake news, interception of emails, and fraudulent dealing with property debtors. The law, which empowers the agency to investigate anyone who cannot explain his or her source of income, states that the anti-graft agency shall not be subjected to the direction and control of any authority. The Commission is, however, barred from investigating cases that are pending before the Lagos State House of Assembly, the Lagos State Executive Council, or any court of law. Corruption cases involving members of the Nigerian Police Force and the Armed Force cannot be investigated by the Commission except acts of corruption committed by them as private individuals. When asked if the EFCC would hand over its cases to the new Lagos State Agency, the spokesman for the Commission, Wilson Uwajari, said he will call back He had, however, yet to do so as at press time. The Commissioner for Information in Lagos State, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, neither responded to a call nor replied to a text message on Saturday. The spokesman for the Attorney General of the Federation, Dr. Umar Gwandu, also asked for more time to respond when contacted. He had yet to respond to inquiries as at the time of the paper. However, Sanwo-Olu's speaking moments after his assent to the new anti-graft law was quoted as saying the legislature was a testimony to the state government's effort towards entrenching accountability in governance and checking malfeasance among officers entrusted with public resources. The governor, who also signed the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority Bill 2021 same day, argued that the State Anti-Corruption Agency would be independent and complement efforts of similar agencies at the federal level. The State Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, Moyoshore Onibanjo, said the two bills signed by the governor were among those sponsored by the executives and passed by the House of Assembly to strengthen good governance. He said, 26 executive bills have been initiated since the inception of the administration. Speaking with our correspondent, human rights lawyer Chief Mike Ozekome San said the Lagos state law is valid, adding that the constitution gives states the right to make such law. The senior advocate said corruption and crime are not on the exclusive legislative list, and as such, the Lagos State House of Assembly has more powers to create such law for the benefit of the state than the National Assembly, which created the Efcc and the ICPC. Ozekome argued that since the House of Assembly was in charge of making laws regarding taxation, charges, and finances of Lagos State, the Assembly also has superior power regarding diversion of such funds. He said, it follows that anyone who commits a crime concerning such charges, fees, or taxes is subject to the House of Assembly, and that the amounts to what is called an economic crime. It is therefore the House of Assembly that has the jurisdiction to deal with economic crime within its own jurisdiction, not the federal government through the National Assembly like a principal controlling its pupils. Therefore, the law made by the Lagos State Assembly regarding financial crimes is a valid law in line with Section 4 of the Constitution and the second schedule Part 1 and 2 of the exclusive and concurrent legislative list. There is nothing contrary to the EFCC law at the federal level. If the EFCC wants to enforce its acts, it should go to other states except Lagos State. Lagos now has its own law. It is the same way the federal court has rulings guiding it. This one is interesting, my people. I smell a rat here. So Lagos, they are having a new law. And see, these guys, they are all in EFCC nets. But what they are trying to do right now is to pull them out. If we look at this closely, Lagos State Governor is the godson to Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu is the godfather. We know Bola Tinubu is the one that caused the shot in Lagos. It's not the governor. Nigerians are reacting that this new law that they have put is to protect Tinubu and Fashola and to winch hunt Ambode. So we know Tinubu and all three of them, they are under EFCC. They have the EFCC is carrying out investigations on them, on their funds, and right now they are stating that Lagos now have their own new law. They are the ones who are going to try this one. So if Lagos is the one in charge and Tinubu is the one in charge of Lagos, what are we expecting? I smell a rat here. Well, guys, let's hear your own take down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.